Hello and good afternoon. On behalf of Mayor Spano and the entire Yonkers Police Department in the city of Yonkers, I want to thank everybody for sharing this time with us at our Yonkers Police Fire Memorial. This is our police memorial service that we conduct every year during Police Week, and obviously with COVID-19 things have changed drastically, but we still have to remember those that made the ultimate sacrifice. We do many things during Police Week. It's a great time for us to connect with the community. It's a great time for us to bring people into our precincts. It's the time that we honor our officers through awards of heroism and great police work, and unfortunately we're not able to do that. We will be doing it as soon as we can, but Police Week was started in the 1960s by John F. Kennedy in a way to bring the country together with law enforcement. And ever since then, Police Week for the city of Yonkers has gotten better and better. But this, while it's the most solemn portion of Police Week, it's also, to me, the most important. It's where we recognize and remember those that gave the ultimate sacrifice. Our first officer we lost in 1904, Police Officer Edward Burns. And sadly this year, and terribly tragically, we will be adding another name to the wall with Detective Billy Sullivan. Long time, absolutely loved detective who succumbed to COVID-19 illness while he was working, while he was serving the public, and we will be honoring him for certain next year. This police memorial was built in 2000, and I'd be remiss if I didn't mention some of the people that put it all together. This idea was the brainchild of Angela Stanley. She really wanted to have a way to honor police officers and firefighters, and this is really, she was the spiritual architect of everything that we have here. We are grateful to her, and she has since passed as well, but we're very grateful for all the efforts, because I would encourage everybody in the city of Yonkers and beyond to come up and see this beautiful memorial. Last year we were fortunate enough to have our police and firefighters refurbish it and make it even better than it was originally. And I have to give so much thanks to Sergeant Dave Barker from the Yonkers Police Department and Lieutenant P.J. Goldfeder, who is also the president of the Yonkers Fire UFOA, Uniformed Firefighters Officers Association, who put together a team and really beautified this memorial even more. And while we can't do award ceremonies, and while we can't do award ceremonies and meeting people at precincts and canine demonstrations, there are two words that we always live by in law enforcement, and those are never forget. And that is why we're here today, because regardless of the fact that we have a global pandemic going on, we never forget. I don't think that anybody probably can stand up and remembers George Burns from 1904, our first police officer that we lost. But we're here to remember his name, as we will every year, whether it's a global pandemic, another natural disaster, or otherwise. It's that important to us. It's important to remember those that gave the ultimate sacrifice. So I'm extremely grateful for everyone who's watching, sharing this time with us. We will be back next year, of course. This is a really challenging time for the entire country, but we're going to get through this. The United States is extremely resilient, and the city of Yonkers is at the top of that list as far as resiliency as well. So I thank everyone for sharing this time with us, and thank you for watching.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Sergeant David Barker, and I'd like to thank everybody for joining us here tonight. Every year we gather together to honor our city's outstanding police officers' work from the past year. We remember those police officers from Yonkers and other communities who gave their lives in the ultimate sacrifice for our city and other communities. Although this year's memorial service looks different than we are used to, the feeling remains the same. We are honored to be able to share our service with you tonight at the Police Fire Memorial in Myers. Just because we physically can't be together doesn't mean we can't come together to honor our brothers and sisters who gave the ultimate sacrifice. The list of names that I'm about to read are Yonkers residents who served other communities that died as police officers. Police Officer Michael Early, Westchester County Police Public Safety, 1933.
Absent with honors.
Police Officer Francis Bradley, Westchester County Department of Public Safety, 1960.
Absent with honors.
Police Officer Gary Stimulowski, Westchester County Department of Public Safety, 1985.
Absent with honors.
Police Officer Michael Frey, Eastchester Police Department, 1996.
Absent with honors.
Detective Charles Shuda, Pelham Manor Police, 1996.
Absent with honors.
Senior Investigator Jeremiah Breen, District Attorney's Office of New York, 2018.
Absent with honors.
I will now read the list of Yonkers police officers who died in the line of duty. Police Officer Edward Burns, 1904.
Absent with honors.
Police Officer Dennis Naka-Elroy, 1916.
Absent with honors.
Police Officer Wilfred Matthews, 1916.
Absent with honors.
Police Officer Edward Morrison, 1918.
Absent with honors.
Police Officer Charles White, 1919.
Absent with honors.
Lieutenant Daniel Shea, 1926.
Absent with honors.
Police Officer John Hudak, 1928.
Absent with honors.
Police Officer Michael Walsh, 1929.
Absent with honors.
Police Officer Patrick Whalen, 1934.
Absent with honors.
Police Officer George Early, 1935.
Absent with honors.
Police Officer Daniel Kilty, 1936.
Absent with honors.
Police Officer Joseph Kostick, 1938.
Absent with honors.
Police Officer Albert Liptak, 1938.
Absent with honors.
Police Officer John Calhill, 1940.
Absent with honors.
Police Officer Harold Woods, 1974.
Absent with honors.
Police Officer John Zielinski, 1982.
Absent with honors.
Police Officer Anthony Majori, 2014.
Absent with honors.
Lieutenant Roy McLaughlin, 2015.
Absent with honors.
In a special way, who will remember tonight, Detective William Sullivan, 2020.
Absent with honors.
Rifle squad, attention! Port arms. Ready. Aim. Fire. Aim. Fire. Aim. Fire.